Just at the moment we're doing a lot of stubble fields, like we're in over here. And the amount of rain we have had is unbelievable. We had Storm Agnes there, which didn't do much damage, and really there wasn't that much rain with it, but just the wind along with the rain, you were soaked in no time if you're out in it. But anyway, we're just tidying this up. It's ready to plough if it would dry enough. Now this field is a mighty dry field. Even at that, there's bits of water lying in it. But whenever you drive through the puddles, the ground's still hard below it. But not everywhere is as dry as this. I've trimmed those hills away in the distance you seen there a few days ago. But just in front of us here, I'm going to shift the wiper, is an old ancient burial site called a dolmen. Thousands upon thousands of years old. I'm not just sure, I must see the owner and get the story of it. Now the buzzards just love to follow me around everywhere. 3 of them there. Whenever I'm cutting the hedge here, there's probably rats and mice running out here and there, and they just follow me around, hover up above me. Nice to see. There's one up there. He's going to land and watch me here. Good morning. Now, it's a lovely sunny day, and I'm working down a few miles outside Portaferry here, and today's drama, or yesterday's drama it was, should I say, I was just finishing the last run or two around this stubble field I'm working in here, and there was just a poof and a lot of steam and water come out onto the fan and spraying up over the place. So what has happened is the top of the radiator has split on me. So this is the top of my radiator here. This is the pipe coming from your air filter down into your turbo, so that has to come off. But this is the top of my radiator just here, and in along here. I'm trying to get that light out of the back, it's blinding there. This plastic top on the radiator anyway, it is there's a welded plastic seam in it there, but it's leaking out of it, and it's a new radiator. So that's a torture of a job. Dear knows how long it'll take, hours anyway. So there you are. First thing is take the bonnet off. Now that lets me see in. I have bought myself a new socket set out of Watson's there, just coming through, because I have 3 or 4 socket sets, but everything's lying, bits are missing, bits have broken, bits have rung off, so I just thought I will do this. There you are. Nice little set. So I'm going to take the turbo pipe off here now, the rubber pipe going to the turbo, for it's in the way. But at least the sun's shining nicely today. So what's happening, I have priced a John Deere one, which they haven't got in stock anyway, it has to be ordered, and it's £780. So there's the rubber pipe off my turbo. set that on there. So I have taken the oil filter out, or sorry, not the oil filter, the air filter. And this is your oil cooler, which is in front of your radiator, draws the wind through, cools your oil, and it also air conditioning goes through it. So I'm just blocking the pipes up here to keep any dirt from going in. So that's me. That'll stop the oil from dripping out as I pull it down over the top of myself. Oh yeah. It's hard to know where to stand here to get. Oh. Oh. There we go. So that's us now. There's the radiator, right? There's the oil cooler. We're kind of a sort of a sorry looking sight here, but anyway, it's all part of the fun. Now we're just into this little rocky field here, as we would call it, and the grass is beautiful in here. I haven't been down for a week or two now with the hedge cutting being so busy. But Barbara and I came down this morning there, just a little walk, you see your footprints. But there's an ocean of grass in here, and boy are we blessed and fortunate. It's lovely grass, so it is. The sheep will love that, so we'll bring them down in the morning. Now this is the driest field I would have, and it's great to have a wee bit of rocky ground as well, that when everything else is swamped. Now this can get wet too, but as it is, it's lovely underfoot here now. And there's a smashing crop of grass on it, so there is. We have a little bit of bloom coming out on the odd whin here and there, adding a dash of colour. Jay says it's a lovely day to be out in the fields. Is that right, Jay? Where's the sheep? Are the sheep here? Now, where do you see the colour of the chestnuts? Isn't that special? Hello. How are you? No, stop eating my microphone. Stop eating my microphone. So these are all mainly ewe lambs in here. There's a few sheep down there as well, but they're all running together at the minute. And these young ewe lambs, some of them have been able to find their mum after being weaned and off their mum for a month or two, and they're able to find out where their mum is again, and to pair up you'll see them lying together sleeping in the field. So this is another little girl that got shorn. There's two of them, and It was also an experiment as well, because different folks had said if you shear the ewe lambs, they grow bigger. So those were a couple of the smaller ones, so I said I'll give them a try. This nearest one here was a triplet, and it's actually, when I do the end of the programme and you see the sheep with the blue cap on her, that's her daughter. She was a triplet lamb, so she'd be a wee bit smaller naturally. So what I'm finding is that when you shear the wool off, they're a lot cooler and they eat more, probably to keep warm as well. So I haven't come to a conclusion whether they grow any bigger yet or not. Still a bit too early. But there's ones that aren't shorn, but they're a wee bit bigger now. They're not triplets, they'd be twins or singles. And here's Nivea behind me. She's my oldest sheep, or near enough my oldest sheep. Isn't that right, Nivea? Lovely girl she is. She had two lovely lambs, two ewe lambs this year. They're running around here somewhere. I've seen her paired up with them. It seems like no time since the silage was going in here. Brian was putting it in an episode or two a while ago there. Now in the background there you can see what was called Dewy Bog. In the 1500s onwards, or in that era, that was all underwater. You can see water lying after the rain, heavy rain we've had. But it was flooded right across there. And that was Dewy Bog. Now my new radiator is in there, and that's the oil cooler at the front. There's the new radiator, the shiny one in the back. So we're fairly well up together. Now my air filter sits in there, and that's it. So we'll get that in, and then the turbo pipe, and then we'll have to fill her with water after that. Now I run the engine on pure, just antifreeze, nothing else. But we'll put water in it first to check, because when I was getting the radiator up, getting the new one, the fella put the header tank on for me here, but he was having bother getting it seated right. There's a little O-ring away on the back there, so. And I needed a new fan belt, but John Deere was shut, so I didn't get it, so I have it ordered through Watson's there. It's coming tomorrow. Now I'm up and going again with the tractor, so that's good news. And I'm trimming this roadside and this hedge here. I need to go into the field to get the top to get it nice and level. But every time I come down here, listen, every time I come to open the gate here to get in off the main road, I'm swamped by a herd of cattle here, so I'll go on and work down the road a wee bit further. But anyway, I have a doctor's annual appointment, so I'm going to see my doctor. We'll get that tomorrow. It's good to be up and going again. Wonderful how easy it is to keep cattle in. That piece of string's doing a marvellous job. So she links in all from the cab there, you don't need to get out, all electronically done. That's her pumping up to the applicator. This is Brian Horner's setup. This is your float bowl on the front. It tells you how much slurry is left in the tanker. Visual. Coming down to half full. Low ground pressure tyres on her all round there. And she just trails that tube round the field. I'm in here with Nigel in the tractor, and how quiet is this when you're working? And at a slow pace, it's nice. How much hose can we pull, Nigel?
We can pull. I have 1,000 metres on my railer there at the minute today now, Ivan, and I'm only pulling 400 there today, 200 there, just 100 out across the field, and just pulling away there at 200 there. So nice pace.
1,000 metres, that's sort of 3/4 of a mile, is it?
Your guess is as good as mine, so it would be.
Well, it's not very good, my guess, but I would say that's about near enough.
Go ahead there now, send her on.
So that's the slurry coming up the pipe now to this track?
Yeah, Goldie, I'm coming into the yard here. This is the crossroads here, Jordy, I get to the same place.
So that's the boys talking in the tractor saying on this narrow windy road that they're at a certain place in it and they're going to pull in with the other tractor. Which is good because if you meet those huge tankers on a blind road, blind corners, it's a reversing job.
You don't want to meet Geordie, he can't reverse.
Well, that's the other reason. So that's me coming back from the doctor's appointment there. So I said to him, "Doctor, how are you doing?" He says, "Ivan, I'm underpaid, underfunded, understaffed and under pressure." He says, "What sort of a week had I had?" I says, "I got a puncture in the back tyre of the tractor. I blew a hose off. The radiator blew up and it took me 4 days getting it in." So he just handed me some antidepressants and said, "You've had a worse week than I." Where's the sheep? Are the sheep here?